Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 steps to overcome shyness. I remember in the last video that I said I'm going to do a topic on this, or rather a video on this topic, because the last video I talked about shyness and introvertedness and how they are not completely the same thing, right? And how they can be distinct from each other. So today I'm going to be talking about how to overcome shyness, because I know it is an issue for a lot of persons. So let's dive straight into the video. The first step on how to overcome shyness: one, you have to be aware of the problem. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you have to identify that this is why I'm shy. Why are you shy? Right? What triggers that feeling of shyness, that fear that makes you fidgety? Probably what triggers it? Is it when you're called upon to speak? Is it when you're called upon not just to speak, but to speak to a large crowd? Is it when you are called to present something? Or is it just when people are gathered? So what situations, what circumstances triggers shyness for you? Right? I think that's the first step, being aware, because what you're not aware of, you can't change, you can't work on. So you have to be aware of the situations and the triggers that make you shy. First step, you can do this on paper. You can just write. You can think of scenarios where you've been shy, when you've been overly scared, and now say, why were you shy? Is it because you were scared of what people might say? You feel you don't have enough to give out, or you may not say the right things, or you're not so eloquent? What is making you shy? All right, so that's the first step. And now the second step is start small. And what do I mean by this? It's in little scenarios where you have to speak up, right? I'm not saying the big things or the big meetings. The little scenarios where you have to speak up, I want you to actually do speak up, because the only way you can start something is by starting. All right, if you want to start something, you have to just start, and then you get better at it. That's the only thing, right? So you have to start small. You may even be smelling at a stranger, probably in the bus or whatever. Just smell at someone, or if you ask the question, even in church, in your place of work, just raise your hand and answer. If they're asking for contribution, if they're asking for an input into a discussion, just give your input, just give your opinion. It doesn't take anything from you. All right, so start like that. Those lead to scenarios, those lead to circumstances where you can speak up. Start from there. Okay, now the third thing is speak in the mirror. And what do I mean by this? When you speak to yourself in the mirror, you become comfortable with your mannerisms, you become comfortable with your voice, you become comfortable with your facial expressions, you become comfortable with yourself, and take it all in. So what you should do is prepare a speech. It can be on anything, on any topic, and say it as though you're speaking to a large crowd. Speak it to yourself. Watch yourself. You could even record yourself and see, how you are. Listen to yourself. Enjoy yourself. And I want you to take this from the point of view, or from the perspective of value over perfection. No one is asking you to be perfect, especially when you're just starting out. No one is asking you to be perfect. What we're saying is that you are a person of value and you're given value. So first, start from that standpoint of value over perfection. And with time, you get better. Remember, the only way you can start getting better at anything is just to start. And then you improve gradually, you keep getting better. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to do a quick recap. So the first step is to identify the problem, the triggers that make you shy, right? And now the second step is to start small. little scenarios, little circumstances, little situations where you can speak up, do speak up. All right. And the last point is to speak to yourself in the mirror by practicing over and over and over. When you keep practicing, you definitely will become better at it. And then I want you to have the mindset of value over perfection. All right, so with these 3 steps, I hope that it's able to help you or assist you in the journey of becoming more confident when it comes to speaking or addressing people, or even standing out in social interactions or standing out in social gatherings. All right, so cheers to living a more confident life. I know that shyness is not good. All right, so you have to work in it, become more confident, become a bold person, and be able to articulate your thoughts correctly in the way that you intend for it to be received by people. All right, so see you in the next video. For now, bye.
Be the best version of yourself. Stand tall, let go, break out of that shell. The world's just waiting for you to shine. Release